News Services Division of Akashvani presents Northeast Diary.
Good evening. Welcome to this edition of Northeast Diary as we explore the latest developments of the northeastern part of India. It gets intriguing to know about it in each episode. Let me tell you about the excitement in today's episode. Sikkim celebrated Assam Day at Raj Bhavan with the spirit of Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat. We have for you a wonderful report on this. We bring you also the highlights of the 61st Rising Day celebrations of the Civil Defence and Home Guards in Meghalaya. And you'll also get to know the culture and customs of the Khasi tribe of Meghalaya. We begin with Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat. The Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat campaign is a mission that gives us motivation and inner strength towards binding our own people with friendship and integrity. In this mission, various states are combined with other states to jointly do programs. Sikkim has been paired with Delhi. The Statehood Day of Assam was celebrated on 2nd December at Raj Bhavan, Sikkim with the spirit of Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat. The event saw the presence of Sikkim Governor Lakshman Prasad Acharya, who was present as the chief guest on the occasion. Governor Acharya expressed the essence of national unity by stating the interconnectedness of each state. The Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat campaign promotes exchange of heritage and history among citizens from various states of the country. By pairing Sikkim and Delhi, the Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat campaign promotes opportunities to people of these states for appreciating, learning and exchanging best practices and experiences in areas of food, cuisine, heritage, tourism and lifestyle among others. More from a correspondent, Tashi Ungmo Bhutia from Sikkim.
Aligning with the spirit of Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat, the State Day of Assam was observed at Raj Bhavan, Sikkim on December 2nd. The event witnessed the presence of Lakshman Prasad Acharya, Governor of Sikkim, who graced the occasion as the chief guest. Addressing a captivated audience, Governor Acharya expressed the essence of national unity, stating the interconnectedness of each state. Commending Assam's unique attributes, the governor lauded the majestic flow of the Brahmaputra, the divine aura of Kamakya Mandir, and the globally acclaimed Assam tea. The performers from Assam were praised for the captivating cultural showcase, embodying the cherished concept of unity in diversity that defines India. Highlighting the importance of cultural programs, Governor Acharya underlined their role in keeping cultural traditions alive, fostering a stronger and more unified India. Governor of Assam, Gulab Chand Kataria, conveyed warm wishes to the gathering on the occasion of Assam Day. The celebration offered a captivating glimpse into the state's rich cultural and natural heritage. Assamese participants mesmerized the audience with a diverse array of performances, including traditional Bihu songs, a soulful Borgeet, a modern Bihu tune song, and a melodious Bhupendra Sangeet. With Usha Sharma, this is Tashyang Bhutia for Northeast Diary.
Meghalaya on Wednesday observed the 61st Rising Day of the Civil Defence and Home Guard at the Department Parade Ground in Muadingdyang, Shillong. A report from a correspondent, Lamprong Nauspang.
We bring you the highlights of the 61st Rising Day celebrations of the Civil Defence and Home Guard in Meghalaya. The picturesque Department Parade Ground in Muadingdyang, Shillong was alive with fervour as Meghalaya observed the 61st Rising Day of Civil Defence and Home Guard. Originating from the Citizen Defence Force established during the Second World War in the United Kingdom, the Home Guard concept made its way to India with the formation of the first Home Guard organization in Bombay on December 6, 1946. Since then, every December 6 marks the celebration of their Rising Day. The government of India initially had a low-key approach to civil defense until the events of 1962 and 1965. With the Chinese aggression and the Indo-Pak conflict, the Civil Defense Act of 1968 marked a turning point, establishing policies and guidelines that are regularly reviewed and updated. In Meghalaya, the Directorate of Civil Defense and Home Guards was established in 1972. In 2009, disaster management became part of their mandate, emphasizing the role of these organizations in assisting communities during emergencies, whether man-made or natural. Speaking on the occasion, Civil Defense and Home Guards Minister Komingong Yambon highlighted the significant role these organizations play in emergencies and calamities. They provide assistance to civil administration, state police, and even contribute to VIP security, maintaining law and order.
The 6th December is celebrated as All India Home Guards and Civil Defense Racing Day all over the country. And I am glad that our state is also celebrating the occasion in benefiting others. They are primarily community-based and volunteer organizations where the spirit of service is of the highest essence. These two organizations have played a significant role in providing assistance in many emergencies and whenever any calamity, both natural or man-made, has occurred. The role of Home Guard volunteers in regulating traffic, provide guard duty to the assembly complex and assisting the police in guarding puja pandals and other festivities in worthy of praise. Also provide help to the civil administration and the state police is to maintain law and order.
Minister Yambon also emphasized the societal role played by these organizations, providing training to home guards, volunteers, and conducting courses on civil defense subjects, including disaster management.
They also shape the society by imparting training to the Home Guard volunteers and conducting various training courses on civil defense subjects, including disaster management. This is a new role in which these organizations have been building up ties and training volunteers both in urban and rural areas to be prepared to face any contingency. And I would advise the department to take active help of various localities like the Dobbers, Nagmas, etc. for the capacity building and awareness to face any challenges become widespread.
Advising the department to collaborate with the local bodies for capacity building, Minister Yambon stressed the importance of widespread awareness to face any challenge. Director General of Civil Defense and Home Guards, Idshisha Nongrang, acknowledged the manpower shortage but emphasized their close coordination with administrative authorities to ensure timely rescue and relief efforts.
In socio-economic and welfare activities such as adult education, health and hygiene, development schemes, and such other tasks as are deemed useful. We saw the kind of service that the Home Guards and the civil defense volunteers put in during the COVID-19 pandemic, which hit our state in a very virulent manner. Since its formation, the SDRF has equipped itself very commendably in various search, rescue, and relief operations. Despite a significant manpower shortage, which has been mentioned by my colleague in the welcome address, the working together and the coordination with district administrative authorities ensures that rescue and relief efforts are rendered in a timely manner and continue round the clock whenever necessary. I am sure that with the performance that we have seen over the years, the Civil Defense and Home Guards will continue to remain a very crucial part in the maintenance of internal security and in working with the various administrative organizations as well as other organizations which seek our help.
The celebration featured a dazzling parade with contingents from SDRF, Border Wing Home Guards Battalion, Combined District Contingent, and Home Guard Volunteers Contingent. Demonstrations included an SDRF rescue operations, simulation of an earthquake, and a captivating band display by the brass band of the Border Wing Home Guards Battalion. The Civil Defense and Home Guards have a rich history of commendable services, safeguarding civilian life and property during emergencies and calamities. This is Mubin Ahmed with Lamphang Nongspang bringing you the Northeast Diary from Akashvani Shillong.
For the first time, Mithun, the state animal of Nagaland, is being exhibited at the ongoing 23rd Hornbill Festival 2023 being held at Naga Heritage Village, Kisama. Mithun is also the state animal of Arunachal Pradesh. The exhibition has been set up by the Indian Council of Agricultural Research Natural Research Centre on Mithun, Medzipema. Mithun is considered as the pride of Nagaland. Mithun, scientifically known as Bos frontalis, is a remarkable bovine species native to the lush and hilly regions of northeast, particularly the states of Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur and Mizoram. Often referred as the cattle of the hills, Mithun holds significant cultural, economic and ecological importance in this local tribal population. We have a report by Asuno from Akashvani News, Kohima.
Mithun is a captivating and culturally significant bovine species found in northeast India. With a view to create awareness about this majestic Mithun on its unique species and its multi-utility purpose, Indian Council of Agriculture Research National Research Centre on Mithun, Medzipema, has brought 3 Mithuns, 2 adult Mithun and a Mithun cow for display at the ongoing Hornbill Festival at Kisama. Products of Mithun such as Mithun milk, paneer, curd, nuggets, meatballs, smoked meat, sausages, pickles, etc. are offered at Kisama. Mr. Sapuni Stephen Hanna, Senior Scientist, Indian Council of Agriculture Research, National Research Centre on Mithun, Medzipema, share more on the significance of Mithun.
We have displayed the different technologies developed by our institute. At the same time, we also displayed live animal over here just to popularize the Mithun. Mithun has been declared as a food animal, so that gives more attraction to the people. The Mithun is a very precious animal. It is the pride of the Northeast.
The Food Safety and Standard Authority of India, FSSAI, has recently recognized the Mithun as a food animal, opening doors for its commercial use. The recognitions of Mithun as a food animal and the efforts to promote its meat as a commercial product can indeed have significant economic and cultural implication for the region. For Northeast Diary, this is Asonyo from Akashvani News, Kohima.
The Khasi are a scheduled indigenous Indian tribe and is the largest ethnic group in Meghalaya. Let's explore the customs and culture of Khasi tribe.
So much has been written and talked about one of the major tribes inhabiting the breathtakingly beautiful state of Meghalaya, one of the 7 sisters carved out from the erstwhile state called Assam. However, very surprisingly, still not much is known about the people and their great civilization. One fact about the Khasis that is fairly widely known is that they follow the matrilineal system. But it is important that we appreciate the very specific nature of matrilineal among the Khasis. The Khasis trace their origin to the mother ancestors, who they revere as one of the ancestral triad consisting of herself, her husband, and her brother. Descent is traced from the mother's side and kinship is closer to the maternal than to the paternal side. It is the youngest daughter who takes charge of family properties. She becomes a custodian of her family's wealth and the keeper of religion after the death of her mother. However, male guardianship is crucial. The youngest daughter exercises her custodianship under the supervision of her maternal uncles and brothers. There are many subtly interesting aspects of Khasi matrilineal, but in this brief talk, I wish to focus on some other equally interesting aspects of Khasi society. What makes Khasis remarkable as a people is their resilience, open-mindedness, and belief in values that promote universal harmony with a vision of man, God and nature held together by a common indwelling spirit. The tradition repeatedly stresses that nature is not a brute fact but has the immediate aim of guiding human conduct. Critics have for this very reason labeled their worldview as primitive paganism. The Khasi argument was simple. If all creatures, including man, was animated by a common indwelling spirit, then no one species could conceivably assume that the whole existed for its benefits alone. They had a living experience of nature and a rich store of knowledge derived from it as they lived peacefully in their land and enjoyed the embrace of nature. This sentiment is expressed beautifully by a Khasi elder called Mauri when he says, "Nature for a Khasi is like a book. The teaching and wisdom he derives from it, he makes use of in his daily life. Nature is also like a big hospital on whose threshold all types of medicine are found, which can heal all bodily ailments. Medicine and reason thus complemented one another. The Khasi was not thus helpless." A profound respect for the natural world was thus embedded in Khasi culture. Indeed, their legends describe mountains, rivers, and rocks as beings who felt, perceived, deliberated, and responded voluntarily as persons. In common with other tribal communities of Northeast India, they were convinced of the possibility of entering into an intimate relationship with any part of physical nature, be it a tree, a mountain, or a river. More significantly, the natural forces or the gods of the Khasi pantheon, in their own way, suggest right actions to mankind. They do not preach, yet they set examples which, if received by man, can be proved true in the singleness of his life. In that sense, nature is not beyond moral categories. A mountain can inspire respect as also disfavor. Let me very briefly tell you a Khasi story of the fight between two mountain gods. There lived two mountain gods, U Nongsinri in northwest Khasi Hills and U Kumawan in west Khasi Hills, who were similar in shape and height, standing tall and erect, always facing each other with a smile. Above all, the two were great friends. As time passed, U Kumawan's marriage was arranged to a girl as beautiful as the moon. They lived happily and earned the respect of mankind by protecting the people from invaders and other evil forces. On receiving the news one day that his father was critically ill, U Kumawan, the husband, had to hasten to his side. While leaving, he counseled his wife to maintain decorum in his absence and not allow anybody to visit her while she was alone. After his departure, his friend Nongsinri, finding her irresistible, managed to seduce her, and by cunningly giving her the false news of her husband's death, he had her acceptance to his marriage proposal. When U Kumawan returned, he found his friend with his wife. One look at both convinced him of their betrayal. In anger, he kicked Nongsinri so hard that he ran to his place. After this, the war between the two friends began. With bows and arrows, they fought each other for 9 days. At last, U Kumawan was victorious over U Nongsinri. Victory was his because his cause was just. Accordingly, being guilty in the eyes of Khasi law and morals, Nongsinri justly lost the war and lies today at the foot of the hill. U Kumawan is God because not only is he an exemplar in action, but he is one who is of right conduct. His friend meets a sorry end because he is guilty of a moral crime, namely adultery, and the legend makes an example of him to warn other potential moral offenders. Of the many forces of nature, under the supreme reality called Ublai, it is earth whose abundance and grandeur remain unparalleled for the Khasi. As the sustainer of life, human as well as non-human, Mother Earth holds all in her lap. She is mother not only to man but also to the gods or the natural forces. In that sense, she is the source of the entire cosmos. The modernist isolation of man from other beings of the world would have appeared strange to the ancient tribesman. According to him, trees, mountains, rivers, and of course animals play a crucial part in the life of the community. For instance, the crowing of the cock announces the arrival of the day. So also the dog not only offers man security but is also sensitive to calamities such as floods, earthquakes, and impending death. The call of the cuckoo is related to the arrival of spring, the time of sowing of seeds of crops such as potato, paddy, etc. Even the tiny insect, the cricket, is significant, for it warned the Khasis of approaching enemies by making a noise. The list is endless, for each little non-human presence shares the life of the human by positively contributing to it. It is an irony of fate that while ecologists of all types are calling for a spiritual transformation that will give rise to an ecological sensibility which will make possible joyful relationships among people and with non-human beings, civilizations like that of the Khasi type who shared this joyful relationship is on the verge of collapse. There seems to be a re-evaluation and rethinking in today's society on a number of issues, said I.M. Simon, another Khasi intellectual. Conversion to Christianity, modern education, urbanization are a few of the carriers of change which have drastically altered the spiritual outlook of the Khasis' understanding of man, God, and nature. Modernization, with its emphasis on individual empowerment, has given men and women a new perspective about themselves and their sacred forests and Mother Earth. There are questions raised about the merit of the traditional matrilineal system, even when, by and large, there is a general acceptance of its role, identity marker of the community. The modern generation of Khasis, brought up with an implicit faith in the superiority of anything Western, a product of the new powerful winds of change, is ready to totally reject the rich heritage of historical past and tradition.
And now experience enchanting Khasi melody narrating the tale of love and tragic saga of Manik Raktong, beautifully sung by King Kor Myliam Gap.
Has ngap ngan ya thu ka wei ka khana sha phang u kun swen rai tong I mei I pa na I trap la pring karyam ka be
And with that, we come to the end of this edition of Northeast Diary. Do join us next week to hear more intriguing stories from this enchanting part of India. Until then, goodbye.
Haba Mahaday, you right on kayo Dajing it yaka men sim la short them there hang taru khat arbo te la ban shan jing dum la tele jing it la short them there Jing yap klem salya Banik rai tong Aunai khat sao senya Suru ken ut Ba u khot la I mei I ba
This program was scripted and presented by Lucy G. Chattopadhyay, produced by Vinita Thakur with assistance from Kumar Gaurav. It was brought to you by the News Services Division of Akashvani.
अपने श्रोताओं के लिए आकाशवाणी लाया है आकाशवाणी संवाद, जिसके माध्यम से आप अपनी प्रतिक्रिया देने के लिए हमें 8700014411 पर व्हाट्सएप कर सकते हैं। इसके जरिए आप श्री रामचरितमानस गान, तस्वीर, किसान की बात, सुर्खियों में स्पॉटलाइट, पब्लिक स्पीक लाइव जैसे महत्वपूर्ण कार्यक्रमों पर अपने सुझाव और प्रतिक्रियाएं हमें हिंदी और अंग्रेजी किसी भी भाषा में हमारे व्हाट्सएप नंबर 8700014411 पर दे सकते हैं। तो अपनी राय साझा करने के लिए आज ही दिए गए नंबर पर मैसेज करें।
की